grab your band and get ready because we have got banded legs. We have got 4 exercises. We're going to do each one for 50 seconds with a 10-second break, 4 times. First one we have is our penguin. So we want to place those feet nice and close on our band. Then we're going to grab it nice and close down towards our feet. We're going to stand all the way up and then take our feet out like so. Slight gentleness through these feet, and we're just going to walk like a penguin. Doing, 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 doing. You don't have to do the same random noises that I'm doing. But as you're doing this, you'll notice that the sides of your legs are having to do lots of work. Your glute will also be working. Your glutes, because it's not just one bum muscle that you have. And sorry, I thought it was a spider, but it's just a hair on the back of my arm, and I didn't know whether I was going to have to do something where I either just was really cool about it, which I'm not, or you would all see how much of a scaredy cat I am. Spiders. That's right, it's definitely a hair. So keep those legs the same width, and just shifting that weight from side to side. Good. Take a break, shake things out, don't lose your position. The band should be nice and tight and nice and secure. This is also really nice for those arms because it also feels like it's just releasing any of the tension through those shoulders. So just try and relax those shoulders. Obviously, keep a hold of the band and just rock from side to side. Slight bend through these knees. You want to avoid locking anything out. I would say let's do penguin hands, but I can't right now. I'd also say do penguin noises, but again, I don't really know what noise a penguin makes. But last 15 seconds. Main thing for this is that we are keeping those feet the same width apart at all times. Now, this is one of those tricky exercises where it looks super simple and it kind of looks like you're not doing anything at all. But in reality, you are. Shake things out. You've got another 5-second rest. I think we've got another couple of rounds. Aren't you having the best time of your life? Let's go. Draw those ribs down. Try not to arch through those back. Good stuff. Whee! Fun penguin fact. Don't know if I've told you this one before, but did you know that penguins have a really cool way of camouflage with the fact that they are black on their backs and they've got a white tummy? And that is because when they are swimming, the way that they swim, if there is a predator above them, then they can't see them because it's just this black shape that merges in with all the shadows. So it makes them harder to spot. And oof, burny. And if you are the predator underneath it, because they've got white bellies, it kind of looks like the sunshine. How cool is that? One fun fact of the day for you. My oldest, who is 7, keeps asking me what my different favourite animals are. Mummy, what's your first favourite animal? Mummy, what's your second favourite animal? Honestly, I think we're up to our 6th favourite animal right now. And I've decided that my first favourite animal is going to be a honey badger because they're really determined and they will literally take no shit from anyone. So they are my first. Do you even have a favourite animal? Do let me know. We've got last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake everything out. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Second exercise, we have what's known as a single leg deadlift. So we're going to place the band under our left foot. We're going to hold it in our right. You can hold it in our left if you wanted to. I'm just holding this in my right. Actually, yeah, hold it in your left hand. So we're going to stand up nice and tall, and all we're doing is we are going to have this left leg as an anchor and that right arm and that right leg is going to lift up. So you're going to use this here for stability. Okay, let's go. Slight bend through that standing leg. You might need to pull that elbow back ever so slightly as you start coming down to give yourself that stability you need, and come back up. Try and keep those hips down. We sometimes can have a tendency to come down like this, which is a whole different exercise. I realise that I love this mat, but it can make it really hard to balance on. So whichever ground you're using, be sure to spread those toes out to create extra space and support for this movement. Let's take it over to the other side. Switch that band over, switch the arm, stand up nice and tall, and let's go. Spread out those toes before you start. Good. Take this nice and slow. Think about breathing out as you come to stand back up. This is great because we are working on this hip, this sort of hinging motion. That single leg balance and strength. Got a whole bunch of coordination in there as well. I've just realised why it's so dark in here. I mean, it is winter at the moment, but I lost my balance thinking about my train of thought. But we've had these new blinds installed. Take it over to the other side. And the children have worked out how to take them down, but they can't put them back up again. And it's a weird thing that we use normally with the blinds that we had. They're like roller blinds. You've got this like looped bit of string. We don't have that. We have like a stick, and you pull it and it comes down, and you push it back up and it's supposed to go back up. So I'm really hoping they've not broken it. But yeah, the blinds are half down. Apologies. Hopefully you can see enough of my wonderful face to get the gist. We have got last 10 seconds. Keep this nice and steady. Two and one. Last one. Change over. Get yourself ready. That was a fast changeover. Spread those toes out. We always think it's worth taking just a deep breath in before you start, because otherwise you start wobbly, like I just did there. So the setup is incredibly important, not just with the position, but also with the mind. A lot of people think exercise is all about doing things fast and burning calories, but actually there's a lot more to it than just that. This is also really good for that lower back. And I think we are done. So for this one, we are just going to put the band over to the side, and we're going to work on what's known as get-ups. So get-ups, kind of exactly how they sound. We're going to have a slight bend through these knees. We're going to take one knee down, the other knee is going to come down, that knee is going to come, that foot is going to come up, as is the other one, and we're just going to carry on doing this. So very functional exercise. You're going to breathe out as you come back into standing. Let's go. So you've got down, down, up, up. Try and keep those legs bent upon standing, because then we can really work through these legs. So when you come into standing, if you can have those toes tucked under, breathe out, push through both legs to stand up. Because otherwise we end up doing this. And we often try and hold our breath, because that gives us a bit of extra strength and support. As a parent or as someone who's going to be hanging around children, you're going to be getting up and off the ground quite a lot of the times. So very functional exercise. When we do this next round, see if you can remember what foot you stepped down with and try and change it over to the other. That will be the powers of your observation. If it does feel like it's a bit painful on the knees because you don't have a carpet that you're doing this on, or your mat feels a bit thin, then by all means, go grab like a jumper or a cushion or double your mat over. There is no need to be in pain for this. Good. Come down with as much control as you have when you are getting back up. 2 and 1. We've got 2 more rounds. Are you ready? 3, 2 and 1. Don't forget, as you're coming up, you can take a slight lean forwards. You want to avoid leaning back. So if you lean forward, draw those ribs down, engage through those stomach muscles, use the core as well. Otherwise, if you're leaning backwards, it's almost impossible to get decent engagement through your core. Last 10 seconds. One more round. Are you ready? Think as well with this exercise how you might also be using this, because yes, you'll use it to get down and up off the ground with children, but it's also one of those things where as you get older, there might be a time where you have a fall, so you want to think about trying to get up and off the ground in a safe way. Obviously, if you've got something close to you, you can always hold on and push up with that. You might be holding a baby or a small child as you come to sit down on the floor at a play group. You might be coming down to the floor for a picnic. Lots of sort of different things that we might be doing. Say, for example, when you're wrapping Christmas presents. I don't know about you, but I know myself and a lot of people I know do it on the floor. So how are you getting moving up and off the floor? Right, enough of presents. We are on to our last exercise. This one, we have a reverse lunge. We're also going to get the arms involved in this one. So the band is going to come under that front foot. What we are going to do is we're going to step back and stand back up again. And as we do so, we're going to take it into a bicep curl. So make sure you've got good tension on the band to make it roughly a 7 in terms of challenge when it comes to that bicep curl. So come down, bicep curl. Now, with this one, we are just going to be working one leg because we have that band nicely secured under one leg. With these bicep curls, try not to take them all the way up to the shoulder, because as soon as you do that, the muscles that we're trying to work switch off. So as we take it, we want to take it all the way up. So there's roughly like a fist distance in between our shoulder and our hand. Last 10 seconds. You should really be feeling it now. Through that front leg mostly. Focus on the breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Take it over to the other side. Band comes underneath that front foot. And are you ready? Let's go. Don't forget that stand. As we come down into this lunge, think about bending that back leg first. Otherwise, we tend to have the situation where this front knee is coming all the way forwards, which, contrary to popular belief, I guess it is, it's not necessarily that bad for you. But for this exercise, what we're looking to do is to keep that knee so it doesn't go over those toes. Three, two, and one. Last 2 rounds left. Switch sides again. I'm going to make this slightly more challenging if you would like. So we're going to come down into that lunge. We're going to hold it. We're going to do 2 biceps, and then we're going to stand back up. Come down, hold, 2 bicep curls, and stand, hold, bicep curls, and stand. When you're in this position, think about pulling that back heel of that front leg in towards this back toe. And you should immediately feel the challenge increase even more. Got last 10 seconds. And over to the other side. Last one. Are you ready? Let's get going. Down into this lunge. 1, 2, bicep curl, stand up. 1, 2, and stand. Almost done. Focus on the breathing. Every single time I try and look backwards, there's always a risk I'm going to lose my balance. And just relax. You are done. Let's get those feet nice and wide. And we're just going to send that bum backwards from one side. And I'm just going to move. I can't talk. I'm just going to move from one side to the other. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall. This foot is going to come behind. And we're just going to stretch the other way. Put a bit of a stretch through that hip. Take it over to the other side. Just try not to ruin any of your household furniture. Good. Shake it all out. And you're done.